Hello, hello, my air signs. Welcome to your energy report for this week. We had a full moon yesterday, tonight, today, I'm not sure. But full moon energy is real if you're feeling emotional, which I was. I did my very first video talking about my daughter and my daughter who passed away, and how that situation guided me into my purpose. So my pain turned into my purpose. So I will link that below in case you want to go see that and see pictures of my daughter and our experience. She would be 10 years old in July. So it's been a long road for me to get here and to be able to speak about it and to share it. So I would be so grateful if you go watch that and you feel called to it. Do whatever your heart feels. That's what she taught me to do. We are going to start with a new deck I got, and it's an abundance deck, Angels of Abundance. Really cool. They have like longer messages on it. So for my air signs, what do they need to hear for this week? What is the message for them? Got two. This print is very, very small. Okay, focus on your priorities, donations, charitable work. Okay, let's see how these relate. Focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. And as I was reading this, I was thinking about how, there's momentum in life, right? Like where we shine a flashlight. So your thoughts, think of your thoughts and like your vision and your brain. It's like a flashlight. Everywhere you go, you're shining a light on something, shining a light on this book. I'm shining a light on this candle. But the same thing happens internally. Whatever you're focusing on is where you're at. So if you're wanting to create more abundance in your life, you have to think about, where are you putting your energy? Are you putting your energy into something that is going to generate money? Or are you only putting your focus on the fact that your wallet is empty? So if you keep focusing on the empty wallet or the empty bank account or whatever it is, or the dwindling or the charges that you keep making, you're not generating energy where you want to be. If anything, you're creating more lack. So we have to shift our mindset to, I always give this tip to people, take cash out of your bank account if you can. Whatever you have, whether it's a $50 bill, a $100 bill, whatever bill makes you feel good. Like a $1 bill, I don't know, it's $1. I don't really get lit up about that, but I like 50s and 20s. So if I have like 4 or 5 20s in my wallet, I feel really rich. I feel like I'm abundant. I feel like I have a lot, and I'm not like, oh, I don't have money, I can't buy this. So when I see the bills, they give me a certain sensation in my body, and that's focus. That's what I'm focusing on. So if I feel good, and that means I'm going to align with the universe, and it's going to see me down here feeling good, and it's going to bring me more of that, because that's the momentum that I have inside of me. But if you're always opening up your wallet and there's nothing in there, you're subconsciously feeling that lack. So we have to kind of plant things into our vision every once in a while to draw our focus and shine a flashlight on what we do want more of. And then also taking action, which the phrase taking action scares a lot of people, because it's like, people want to work, but they don't want to work when they aren't really doing what they love. So when you hear taking action, it's like, oh, I'm not doing enough. I need to do more, but I don't know what I should be doing. And your mind starts to kind of spiral. So when you think about action, this is what I want you to think about. I want you to think about the last time that you were super, super productive, whatever you did. Maybe it was a fun art project. Maybe it was building something in your home. Maybe it was cleaning out a junk drawer. And think about like how it started. How did you begin to do that task? Was it forced, or was it natural? And you just had music on and you were cooking, and then, the ADD kicked in, and you open up a drawer and see how messy it is. And you're like, oh, as soon as I'm done cooking, I'll clean this drawer. And then you start cleaning it. That's taking action, but it doesn't have to be planned. You can use your intuition. I call it inspired action or intuitive action. So this lights me up. I am not somebody, if you tell me to do something, I will strictly not do it. I am a rebel to a T. Like if somebody's breathing down my neck and saying, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, I shut down and I get paralyzed. It has to be from my body's desire to do it. Like I have to get out of my mind and just start moving. And all of a sudden I'll start doing something. So it's my intuitive nature. And a lot of you guys are like this too. If you're on this channel, you connect with me and you vibrate at the same energy as me. So when I say take action in my videos, or if you hear somebody else in the video saying, we need to take action, we need to take control of our life and I don't like that energy. I like this, trust yourself that you'll do it. When the time is right, you will take that inspired action. It will just unfold. And then that relieves the pressure, right? Like, don't you just feel so much less pressure when you say that? Because then you're sitting on the couch watching Netflix and you're allowing yourself to rest and to breathe, and you're not putting pressure on yourself that you shouldn't be watching it. But then all of a sudden you get a thought, I should go to the gym. That's when you should really turn off the TV and go, is when you get that like soft, inviting thought. That's your heart, that's your intuition guiding you to your next steps. Because who knows, you go to the gym, you start to feel good, then you're driving home and you pass a store and you're like, oh, you get dropped another download that you should go to Target for something. You go to Target and boom, you meet somebody who offers you a job. And when you were sitting on the couch watching Netflix, you were just stressing about that job. See how that all aligned? So that's how the universe, your guides, your angels, they work. When you're in a stressful state, you cannot think about taking action to go find that job. You have to just relax, put it on the shelf for a little bit, and then follow your intuitive nudges. Hey, you should go to the gym. Okay. Oh, I feel good. Oh, you should go to Target. Okay, why not? And then boom, the universe is like, silver platter, here you go. I took care of you. And then what you must do is you must pause in your car on the drive home and say, universe, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I had no idea that that was coming today. I woke up in such a stressed state and you just took care of me and brought me a job opportunity. Thank you so much. We have to start seeing these signs and these synchronicities and these, it's a timeline. You're on a timeline. Awesome first message. Okay. It says, this is the donations one, give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. And I teach this often to my students. The world is round. It's easier for them to understand. The middle schoolers, like, the world is round. What you put out, you get back. So the more you give, the more you donate, the more you give your time. Like right now, I am filming all of these videos ever since January 1st. I did not plan it. I just woke up on January 1st of 2020 and was like, I'm going to finally do my YouTube. And I've been a machine. It just lights me up. It's inspired action. So when you are giving, I am freely giving you all these readings. Most of the time, you have to call a reader, text them, book an appointment, see what the cards say for you. But on YouTube, you're just getting free readings all day long. So I am donating my energy and my time to all of you because I love you and I don't want anyone suffering. And I love doing this for people. So this is my service. So this is my way of giving back. And what's your way? What are you doing in your life to help the planet, to help other people? How are you donating your time? How are you giving your money? Are you tipping somebody? Are you offering to babysit for somebody for free? Every once in a while, you got to give a little to get a little. So the more abundance we start to pour, that more abundance that starts to pour in, it's because we're giving a little bit more. And always remember this too. When you have a big bill to pay or something breaks and you're like, oh my gosh, this is $900. I don't know where I'm going to get it. I got to put it on a credit card. Know that when you put that money out there and you pay that bill, the world is round. It's going to come back to you. You just have to be open and see the signs and see how it's coming back to you, because it might come back to you in a refund from a company or something. And it might be like that same amount. So it might not be like, I mean, that situation was cash, or you might get, I don't know. I can't think of examples, but we tend to get money in other ways when we put out money. somebody may be buying you a gift that would cost like $900. I don't know, like a family member or something, or they're handing something down to you and it's like a used couch or something that you could maybe sell on Marketplace and get $900 for it. So think about it like that. There's always this exchange. Once we give, then we receive. Okay, air signs. Let's do an animal card. And then we're going to do my relationship to see if you have a partner and what they want to say to you. The stingray. I just posted these last night on my Insta story. There was a cool video on, I think it was a Planet Earth page. And it was like 100 and 200 some stingray, just like, it was so beautiful. And then of course I posted the meaning of the stingray. And speaking of that, let's read it. Because if it's coming up twice, then that means it's something we need to hear. Or it's just the universe being cute and silly with me, being like, hey, Michelle, we saw that you posted that and we're going to say hi to you again and make all of your watchers believe in us. I swear the universe does that. They send so many people hearts who are not normally believers because they know the hearts remind me of my daughter. I have a heart on my chest in memory of her. So I know certain people will DM me a heart, and I know that maybe they're not so much of a believer in the universe. And I'm like, oh, Micah and the universe are totally slipping into their DMs with a heart because they want them to start trusting their own path. So the hearts aren't always for me. Sometimes they're for the people sending them to me. Okay. Stingray, developing confidence, sense of self, or spine. The stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old, easy, comfortable, and familiar, and the new, challenging, uncomfortable, and unfamiliar. Pressure from family and friends makes this decision even more complicated. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again as the force of Dharma, which is your purpose, growing within the stingray is too strong to ignore. So this is basically saying like there's a decision to be made and you're knowing it deep in your heart, and it's your purpose. It's where you're supposed to be. Your purpose could mean in a relationship, in a job, in your own body, in your health, in your mission. So your purpose is starting to it's like a witch's brew. It's starting to stir, and you're starting to get downloads and thoughts, and you're different now. You're different than you were a month ago. You're different than you were a week ago. And you're starting to see this like kind of fast movement. And at some point it's going to get uncomfortable, but you don't have to worry because your soul has a plan and you're going to be guided to make the right decision at the right time. So the discomfort of wherever you're at is here for you because it's showing you what you don't want anymore. And as humans, sometimes we have to be shown what we don't want so that we can sit down and manifest and ask God and the universe to bring us what we do want. And sometimes we are not aware of that. So the universe brings us people, places, and things, and it puts us in our vision so that we can see, oh, this lights me up. I like that energy. I like her. I like him. I want to be around that more. And it's like a wake up, like, oh, that's possible. What I've been living in is not good. And it shows you the contrast, what you don't want and what you do want. And the stingray is all about moving from the discomfort into what you do want. And it's going to be so comfortable, and you're finally going to feel at home. You're going to wake up every day with joy and excitement, and you're going to be so proud of yourself for moving from one to the other. And if you need help with that, message me for a reading because it can be a little bit tricky to navigate, and I can help you see where the universe is guiding you to, or maybe guiding you away from, because I am super aware of the path and the signs. Okay, there was just a knock on the door or next door, and I think that is the universe confirming what I was just saying. So here we go. It says pressure from family and friends. We saw that. When in balance, eager, wants to grow. When out of balance, blames others and quits. To bring into balance, move through the discomfort. So when you're in balance, air signs, you are eager and you want to grow. Anytime you feel like you're not growing, go scroll on YouTube like you are and try to find a video, or ask the universe, please bring me a video that will spark some growth. Show me where I need growth. Show me what book I can listen to start learning more about whatever I want to learn more about. So good. Okay, relationships. If you are in a partnership, let's see what your partner wants to tell you. I know that I crossed the line with you. That's sweet honesty. Don't we like that? We like honesty. There's nothing better. I think there's nothing better than a strong human being who can stay grounded in their words and say, I was wrong, I'm sorry. Or I led you on, I'm sorry. Or I really love you. And that's it. You know, people that are just, they honor their word and they are not afraid to be wrong. Because guess what? When you learn that you're not perfect, you start to forgive everybody else too. Because you're like, oh, I've been there before. I've made that mistake, or I crossed the line and now I know better. So I do better. So it's a beautiful place to be. And I actually love that card because I'd much rather be around people that can see their growth and can see the old version of them and then the new version of them. I think those conversations are the best. And then this says, I hid who I really am with you. And that's okay too. Sometimes we're not ready to share who we are because we don't fully like trust that people will accept us for who we are, but it's really not their job. Your only job is to accept you, and your partner has to accept themselves. And usually if you're with somebody who's not accepting themselves, sometimes that's a mirror. Sometimes they're showing you where you need work. One more to end this reading. Well, hello. I wish things could be different. Oh, just pray. Whoever is wishing for this, or if this is you on the other end and your partner's wishing things could be different and you're dealing with the difficulty of not being with them or them not being ready yet, you just pray and keep praying to the universe. Say, universe, I trust you. Thank you so much for this opportunity for me to see, you know, where it's not working, where it is working. I trust that you will guide all of us in this partnership in the right direction that is best for everyone's highest good. So we have, I know that I crossed the line. I hid who I really am. I wish things could be different. I just felt a heaviness in my chest. So if somebody's heart is racing, I feel you. And I just got a sensation of somebody like giving you a version of themselves that they want to be, but they're not quite there yet. And that's where they feel like they crossed the line because they led you on thinking that they were a certain way and they weren't. And I think that just shows that that person just really wants to be better and they want to grow. And it's almost like they have to understand that it's okay that they're not there yet. It's not time yet. And it's okay to share that with somebody else, thinking it's because you're trying to be that. You're trying so hard because you want to either impress you, they want to impress you, the watcher, or they're just seeing you in such a beautiful light. So it's like a compliment in reality. It's like they see you as this beautiful person and they want to live up to your standard. But what they're not realizing is you don't have a standard. You just accept the person for who they are. They don't have to be a certain way or think a certain way. And there's no pressure to match. It's just, we all meet humans along the way and we're here to help each other grow. And whether it's for a month or whether it's for 10 years, we have to learn to accept that. But not everybody thinks this way. Not everybody's watching videos like this. So that's why it's hard sometimes to date people who are not on the path because they don't have that same yearning to grow. But if your person is admitting this, that means they want to grow. That means they're self-reflecting and they're saying, hey, I wasn't myself. I kind of led you on. I'm sorry. It doesn't mean you cut them off and you say, peace out. You say, all right, well, let's go deeper. You know, why do you think you did that? What's coming up for you? What's triggered inside of you? Do you not feel good enough? Have you been stomped on your whole life by feminine energy, or have you been stomped on by masculine energy? And you start tapping into that. Awesome read. It's almost like we had two different readings. We had like a relationship reading and then we had the abundance reading. And a lot of times when both are in the flow, both are in the flow. Like when you're in love, you usually create more abundance and you start creating and taking action. The action becomes really easy. Or when you start to attract more money, you start to draw in more people who are on that same high vibe energy, not money hungry, but they're just on this creation energy. So remember, inspired, intuitive action is best. Don't let that phrase, take action, scare you. You will do it. Remember my Netflix scenario. Go to the gym, go to Target. Oh my gosh, the universe brought me somebody to help me with that thing that I was stressing about on the couch. Okay, lovies, that was your energy report for this week. Forgive, forgive, forgive people, have compassion, move through the discomfort of leaving certain situations that no longer serve you to situations that are best for you. Trust that you will know when the time is right and you will be brought the money if you continue to give. All right, I will see you guys next week.